Good morning, party people. Hello, good morning. Happy birthday to Thunderhorse Descendant's 6th year on YouTube. Thunderhorse Descendant has been on YouTube for 6 years as of today. Can you even imagine? We've been over here doing morning coffee for 6 years. Turn on light. You would think in 6 years I'd remember to turn my phone on. No. I can't tell Brody to do it because, he likes to get wild. Yay! Yeah, so welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. If you're not subscribed, do that. That'd be good. And you can come have morning coffee with us. Clearly, we've been here for a while. Speaking of which. Good morning. Hello, everybody. And good afternoon to some. What is that? Hi, hey Google. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
I've put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, great. This one listens, that one doesn't listen. I'm still in my jammies. I'm doing jammies today. It's jammy day. Jefferson got the day off. He is here because they said, oh, there's some kind of traumatic storm happening. Good morning. Yeah, you can like. It's free. It's completely free to like me. It's also free to subscribe. Even if you don't want to hear from me, you could just subscribe for funsies, for support. Just for support. Yeah, he's in the bedroom. His boss called really super early and he's just like, yeah, because it's raining. Why are my comments not working? I see your comments, Ruth. Is my comments working? They are working. Yeah, he called super early and said because it's raining out, and so I don't know if you guys are following this big storm that's supposed to be happening everywhere. They said between all the states they're supposed to get like 14 feet of snow or something. But it's because it's raining, so it's going to freeze, and then it's going to be ice, and then there's going to be high wind, and then snow, and then more rain, and then more ice, and then it just repeats like that till the end of the week. So, danger, danger. No roofing, okay? High winds, not good. Good morning, everybody. Hoofda. Okay, so today we are going to open up some envelopes from Rosanna for our advent calendar. What's going on with this? What is this? This is new. Light situation? Interesting. We're going to do that. We're going to work on a tiger's eye. I think tiger's eye. I got kind of an idea in my head. Tiger's eye and moss agate.
That Heather Aston 17 has become a member of the party people. I've been a member for 7 months. Party face emoji, 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 party face emoji.
Thanks, Heather. I didn't know that they said about the emojis. That's I can't remember what that guy's name is. I think it's Matt, who talks to us in the British accent. I can't remember. What? Yeah, so I think all the members can do one public post like that, like even though they're already members, and then it pops up and it says whatever their comment was. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Jefferson knows how it works. But anyways, then they talk to us. So it's always kind of funny. But I didn't know they said about the hearty face emojis. Party face emojis or whatever. That's what we have to start saying now. Party face emoji. Party face emoji. Just like out in real life. Just when you're in real life and somebody does something you like, you just go, oh, party face emoji. But in a very monotone type of sound. And then you can do multiples if you'd like. Party face emoji. Party face emoji. Party face emoji. And they're just going to be like, what is wrong with this person? It will be hilarious. And then you must come back and report about what they did. Oh, I thought they were saying farty face. Even better. Even better if you could work farty face in there some kind of way. Even better. Oh my goodness. Any hoot. People learn things over here at the Thunder House. In the well, we have a good time. Happy birthday. Good morning. What is Rosanna doing messy stuff? Raining since yesterday afternoon here and melted most of the 10 inches of snow. Yeah, so that's what's getting ready to do over here. And be a whole mess. And then it's going to be like 14 below, I think. Which is going to be bad. Cold weather. Good morning. Oh. Hello, Miss Bunsen. Mr. Bunsen, you know, you must be preparing for your end of the year review because you've been showing up to work an awful lot recently, but only literally like in the last week. Just in the last week you've been coming to work. You were just like, from June on, you were on sabbatical, I think. And now you're just like, I'm back. He's like, whatever, lady. I'm here. Like, you don't look happy about it. Are you happy about it? Yeah, okay. Well. Everybody says, hi, Mr. Bunsen. Your YouTube is a blessing to me. Oh, well, thanks, Ruth. We're so very happy you're here. Gives me ideas for projects, and I love that. You're welcome, Ruth. I wouldn't share them on the internet if I didn't want you to know about them. We are really cold in Ohio. Ohio. In my brain, that said Idaho. Single digits. See some of the beads, and you can just put them together. I get confused. Mr. Bunsen, Santa is watching. Oh, that's what's happening. Santa's watch? That's true. Santa's probably watching. I didn't check the weather this morning. It's supposed to start snowing again. Summer break for Mr. Bunsen. If Mr. Bunsen doesn't do a lot of purring, and when he does, you gotta hold him to your ear like a seashell. Because it's very quiet. But yeah, he does purring. Once in a while. Oh my goodness. Is Doreen on here? Doreen, are you on here? Okay, so I just have to tell you this one thing about yesterday's pick and pack. And then we're going to get on into the beading. So yesterday I was picking and packing orders, right? And I was like, okay. And then I came across this one SKU number for like this one little charm. It was like a link. It was like a feather link. It had pave crystals in it. It was silver. I had all the gold ones. I'm like, where are the silver ones? What is happening? I look through everything. Can't find it. I go over and I look in the metal findings thinking, maybe somebody filed it away in the metal findings instead of the charms. Can't find it. I look in all the charm boxes. Every single one. Nope. And I think, maybe this is just a mistake. Maybe it's sold out. So I go to the SKU list. It is sold out on the SKU list. So I go to the internet and it says there's 8 available. I was like, what is happening? So I turned that off because I'm like, well, I don't know where they are, so better not be selling them. I'm looking. I looked for like 30 minutes. Couldn't find it. So I wrote on the paper, had to refund. So this was for Doreen. That's why I was asking if she was here. Had to refund. So I made a little sad face on the paper so I could remember to refund it. And then I was getting ready to pack it up and I thought, there's only one place else that it could be that it didn't look. So I got down on my hands and knees on the very bottom of the shelf and I was looking back there by the heater because sometimes if something falls behind the shelf, you know, it goes all the way to the bottom like Plinko. Sure enough, in the back, there was a little tiny baggie, like this big, like not even this big, with the number on it. And I was like, is that a baggie back there? So I got a hold of it. I also found a pen and some Christmas wrapping. And I was like, oh, and there was one in there. I was like, yeah. So then I had to correct it on the paper. But I was like, that is crazy. Yes, it was in a crack bag. Also can be problematic because you can lose your crack bags. And then when people find them, they get very upset. FYI. Yeah. So when we were picking and packing orders, it must have fallen out of the tray and got pushed behind and plinkoed its way down. And I'm just like, what in the world? But I found it. But anyway, so that was my story about that. I was so happy to have found it. And it was the last one. Are you excited about your house, and are you excited about unpacking all of your beads? Yes, I'm not too terribly worried about my beads, and this is why. Number one, Thunderhorse Descendant is going to close on the 15th, as it always does for the year, which means that I can basically start packing up Thunderhorse Descendant on the 15th of the year, 16th of the year. So between the 16th, and I'll have all the time because I'll be off. So between the 16th, we're supposed to close on the 30th, but that's the scary part. I'm like, what are these people doing? I don't trust these people. But we're going with faith, okay. But we're going to pack it up, and then, so I'll have all the time to do that. So I just have to put it in totes and stuff. And then Jeff said we're going to, hire people to move it, So I'm not terribly worried about that. And then most of our stuff is still in storage, so we just have our apartment things. But I am kind of excited. So Jeff helped me pick and pack orders, and then he was like, we need to redo the inventory. He's like, this makes no sense. So he wants it to be in numerical order, I think, which is fine. But I have it in numerical order, but also in categories. So it's gemstones and numerical order, and then charms and numerical order, and they're in different areas. And to me that makes sense, because when you read it off the paper, you're like, oh, those are charms, But I guess if you don't know what you're doing, and then it's just why isn't it in numerical order? Anyway, he said that he wants to organize it, so I said, okay, fine. Also, I think it's been 7 years total of business. 6 years today on YouTube, 7 years total of Thunderhorse Descendant being a business. I think it might be time to actually get an inventory shelf, but they're so expensive. I want to hear the British voice say crackhead bags. Be prepared for that. Okay, Heather. Good morning. What's happening with Mary? Oh, it's cold. Good morning, Mary. Well, that's okay. It still counts if you watch the replay. It still counts as time watched. I say just put me on for the dog when you leave the house, and then I'll make money and the dog will be entertained. Yeah, so yeah, I don't think it's going to be too bad. I say that, but I'm just also trying not to freak out. But also, I don't really have all my beads. The big packing and everything was when we were leaving the house, because those are still all in storage. Although I am excited because, well, you guys saw in the pictures of the house, the big yellow room. So that's going to be the Thunderhorse Descendant studio. And so I'm going to get all of my, my organizers and stuff out. My, what do you call them? The cubes. The cubes and all the things. I'm going to actually get to put it all together for realsies. This what we have in the apartment is just temporary setup. I literally have this one shelf right here. This is one. So I am excited about that. Me and Jeff were talking last night about February, you guys. Holy Hannah. So we were talking last night, and it was January, the end of January is going to be the last day of January is going to be the virtual baby shower for online people. So if you, just in case you weren't aware of that, we're going to do a baby shower online, me and Jeff. So that's going to be the last weekend of January. And then the weekend after that is baby Sievert's birthday. So we're going to go have like a little celebration. And then the weekend after that is Jeff's birthday and Valentine's Day. So we're planning to go to the Prairie Knights Casino because they gave us free stuff for our birthdays. And then the weekend after that is my birthday. So we're going to go to Texas Roadhouse and I want to go get a massage. And Jefferson is telling me it's not safe to get a massage with the pregnancy, which I think is not true. And then the weekend after that, after my birthday, is our live and in-person baby shower that we're going to have. And the weekend after that is our wedding anniversary, which we haven't decided what we're going to do about that. Jeff said he wanted to go to Deadwood, but because it's like 4 hours from here. But I'm like, I'm going to be like super pregnant and I probably don't want to be walking around in Deadwood. And it's 4 hours away from my doctor. So that's like February. That's like all of February. And in the interim, I'm supposed to be going to the doctor like every other week or something. Every 2 weeks. I don't know. They have pregnancy massage beds. That's less shelves, beads than I have. You don't have any shelving, Rosanna? You should get some shelving. I got I showed you guys. Remember I got the all the cubes. It'll be fun when we get to start setting it up. Maybe I'll record that. Maybe I'll do it like vlog style or something. I don't know, because that'll be fun, I think. Jefferson always gets so like some kind of way when I start setting up my studio. Because he's like, I don't want it to take over the house. It needs to stay in this room. I'm like, okay. That never happens. The first of many concessions that will be made on Squish's behalf. I know. I don't know if it's he was talking about like what was he saying? Like the lymph nodes, like because you're getting a massage and the toxins and the lymph nodes or whatever come out into your body, and he doesn't think that that's good for the squish. Which, by the way, Squish is 23 weeks today. They said he's a squash. And so I sent Jeff a picture and I said, Squish is a squash. Squish is a squash today. All right. I've been blabbering on for 20 minutes. We better get our party started here. Ooh. Bum, bum, bum. I decided to do 3 today because I'm excited. We're going to do number 12. Also, it was kind of fun. Ooh. It was kind of fun to do a little design yesterday. This is pretty. I like this. Oh, you guys can't see very good. Let me zoom in. Okay, what's going on here, Brody? Fell off my rug. I use bookcases and shelves. Oh, you do have 3 shelving units. Okay, I thought you were saying you didn't have any shelving units. Good morning. I broke 600 members. Yay! Subscribers, not members. Yeah, sometimes you have to just get one at a time. That's what I had to do, Ruth, because they are kind of expensive. I got those cubes, and they can be like $100 a piece, or like $80 or whatever it is. And you have to put them together yourself. This is really pretty. This is from the Blue Moon collection. Very cool. Very cool. Gotta have a little paint on it. That was number 12. If you're like, what is this? This is my advent calendar I got from Rosanna for my Christmas. And we're opening up a couple of days because we can. Fairy doors. Fairy doors. Some little charms. Those are cute. I have some fairies running around here. I know I do. Number 14. Oh, it's a fish. I like this fish. He's cute. I have some green India glass. That would probably go really well with this fish. Which I think is very cute. Well, there we go. Super cute. Thank you, Rosanna. He is a cute fishy. We did get a few glass beads the other day, but I already have a plan for those. And I like my original plan with the jade for that, so I'm not going to change it. But I do have some India glass I think would go nice with that. Little fishy. Excuse me. Oh, good. He didn't break. Nope, he did not. Bargain Bead Box just highlighted some fairy charms and they are putting in their shop. Oh, so I got a message. I gotta zoom out just a smidge. I got a message from Bargain Bead Box this month. It's like, it's too much, it's too little, I'm Goldilocks. Excuse me. So I got this message, and for some reason, they shipped my bead box or whatever to the Cambridge house. And I was like, what? And I said, oh, I updated my address. I've gotten them here in Bismarck before. And they were like, yeah, something about they moved it over to the new system, and the new system used the old address or something. So they said they were going to send me out a new one, but it's not going to get here until later, I guess. So I don't know. I think you guys all got yours, right? They're already opening them and stuff. I think some people have already gotten theirs. So yeah, I won't get mine probably till the end of the month or something. Who knows? But they said they were going to send one out that day. That was just the other day, but it is Christmas time, so I assume it'll be slower. So FYI, if that happened to anybody else, I guess it was like an upload in their system. Yeah. I got mine on the 5th. I haven't got mine yet. Mine came Saturday. So some are coming and some are just getting there. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to grab the tiger's eye. So I want to use the tiger's eye. I know that for sure. I kind of had this little idea in my head with this chain. Whoops, I bumped the camera. I want to use this and this. And I want to use my little focal. I'm not 100% if I want to use my moons, but I'll take them. If I do use my moons, I probably want to use these stars as well. I really like this. I kind of... No, that's doing too much. We're going to use a toggle on this. This is a bronze toggle. We're going to do mixed metal, but not bronze. So I want to do, excuse me, I want to do a matching necklace and bracelet. I know for sure I want the bracelet to be multi-strand. I'm not 100% on the necklace if I want that to be multi-strand or not. I don't know if I want to use these little wood guys. I think I kind of want to, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to move them. I'm going to move all this over here so we can see what we're working with. And maybe a couple of clear crystals, right? Like, clear crystals always make it better, I feel like. There's still a couple extra on there. Okay. Hi. I got my bargain bead box yesterday. If you like blue, you'll like it. Oh, so it's going to be blue. I can't wait till I can have my own beading room. Oh, it's totally going to be awesome, Dorothy. It would be awesome if you'll show us how you're going to organize your beading room and station. That stuff would be so cool. Yeah, well, sometimes I change my situation up. You know. Alright, so here I am with all my bits and pieces. Let me just get my life together here and see what I want to do. I have like I have a vague idea of what I want, but I'm not 100% sure per the usual. Let me see, I do know I need my tools. Hello. Right. So let's get these cut apart. So I think what I want to do is I want to do rosary chain style, which I know takes a million years, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it because I like it. We'll at least get started anyway. So I want to do rosary chain style. These little stars are going everywhere. These little stars are so cute. Ooh. La, da, 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 da. Have you been feeling a lot of movement? Yes, I have been feeling a lot of movement. Well, I feel it mostly when I sit down. Not all the time. But mostly when I'm sitting down, I can feel a baby. It's not enough, though, where, like, Jeff can feel it yet. From the outside. Okay, got my little stars. Okay. So, I want to do a bracelet. So, I'm going to need this much for a bracelet. By the time I get all my hoopla on there. Yeah. So I need that much for a bracelet. Then the rest of this can be used for the necklace. I guess that I will have more than I thought that I was going to have because I want to do a I think I want to do a multi-strand necklace. I don't know if I want to use all this. Maybe I only want to make it like halfsies. I want to use some of these. How many do we got on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 beads. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Over here. And I need to do math. One moment, please. Okay, so we have 16, that's 32. 1, 2, 3 divided by 3 is 10.6. 10.6. I don't care for that. What about 32 divided by 4? 8. 8 and 16 of the tiger's eye. Okay. So, there's 16 in here, right? That's what I said? Is that what I put in here? 16? I think that's what I said. So, 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now those are not the same size, but I'm hoping they're going to average out with these guys and these little stars. Oh my, it's too early for math. So that's going to be for my bracelet over there. I'm just barely enjoying my first cup of coffee. Yeah. So then if I have 32, right? That should break down to 16. Yeah. So 16 beads for each side of the bracelet, multi-strand bracelet. I think I want to put a moon over here for fun. I think I kind of like that. And then these can be for earrings, which means we can put this moon over here. Oh dear. Wait until you opened yours, because I like doing it with my friends. Oh, well, I'm not going to get mine, so you might want to open yours with Rosanna or Heather or somebody. Or maybe Dorothy. Enjoying my first cup of coffee. Are you thinking about doing a combined project with December, like with January? I don't know yet. Good morning. Hi, Eve. Still in my PJs. That is Jefferson snoring. Good morning, Gloria. Yeah, so that means I can add this guy over here, which I might add him down here, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. So then the rest of these I can just do at my leisure over here, because this is already mapped out. And we're going to do it, and this one is silver. This is red bronze. So, drum roll, please. Do I want to do the metal all the same color? Do I want to do it in silver and add red bronze like metal to make it come together? Or do I want to wrap it in red bronze? Let me see if I have red bronze metal to begin with. Do you call it red bronze or you call it vintage copper? Or what do they call it? Antique copper. I just would like maybe like some bead caps. That'd be good. Here's some. Those are huge. It's gonna mess up my count. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so I did find these, which are pretty cool. I was like, oh, they're cool, but they're going to mess up my count. So I don't know how I feel about that quite yet. I did find some little spacey dazers, but I did find these. Let me see how that looks. Whew. Brandy! Everybody's saying good morning. I didn't want to cover up too much of my tiger's eye, because these tiger's eye are pretty good out of 10. I'll be honest with you, I don't love that, but what if we added green moss instead? They'd probably look really good on those, right? We'll give it a whirlsy. Ooh! Uh-oh. Danger. Where's that bead cat when you need him? Yeah. Way better, yeah? On the green. I think so. Okay. So let's take 8 out of here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And put 8 of these in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And we're in it. In it to win it. Okay, now here comes the most important question of them all. Are we going to, so we obviously have this rosary chain wrapped portion. I want this to be 3 strands. Are we going to do more rosary chain, or are we just going to string it, the other 2? The other 2 strands. I have these counted out for as if though we were going to rosary wrap them. But I have extra tiger's eye. Because we could string them, and then for this over here, we could do the same. Like this could be the middle strand. Like maybe we don't go all the way up with it. And then we could have 2 other strands that are just strung here. Boop, boop. You know what I mean? Somebody has a doctor's appointment. Those little stars are cute. Dun, 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 dun. I'm missing all of the comments. Hello, good morning. My bird feeder has been in the Grand Central Station. Oh, it is the Grand Central Station. Well, that's fun. That's funny. I haven't had a chance to be pregnant yet. I'm trying. Yeah? Well, just stick with it. That's what I did. I don't know what I want. Or I could do 1 rosary and 1 strung. Is that going to look weird? I got to make the decision here. I think I'm going to string it. I just think I'm going to string it to make my life easier. Honestly, I was going to rosary wrap it, but I'm like, meh, why? Why are we trying to make my life complicated? And what are we doing with this moon? I think this moon goes here. Does it go on the end? Or does it go on the top? No, it goes on the end. La da da da. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, we gotta make a little hole here. Did I make it all the way through? No. I heard a noise and got scared. Oh. Okay, where are you at? There you are. Feels dangerous. There it went. There we go. Did I break it? No. Took this little round piece out of there. So now it's just open. And we'll put that on there with a jump ring. Let's see. Okay. So I said I'm going to do the findings in red bronze. I'm going to do the wrapping or the whatever in silver. So findings in red bronze. Okay. La-da-da. I have troubles with colors and stuff. I can't wait to get my cube out of storage. My, what's her name? Sarah, is it Sarah Clark? Is that her name? With the cube lady? Red bronze, red bronze. What am I doing? I'm looking for a jump ring. Where's the other one? It's over here. Oh. Yep, that's her name. Yeah, she's got cubes that show you like different colorways. They basically look like paint swatches, which I'm not mad at. I'm excited to use them not only for my beading, but also for like when I'm about to do this new house interior situation. That'll be fun. And like paints and stuff. Sarah Lovecraft. What's Sarah Lovecraft doing? Making cool jewelry, probably, is what she's doing. I think I have not been following what's been going on because clearly I've been busy. But wasn't she working for Michaels at one point? Or is she still doing that or what? Was it Michaels or not Michaels? Somewhere. I'm just be listening and lurking. Oh, hi Betty. Marcy Creates is a good one to watch for colors. Oh, Beadalon. Art beads. Yeah, I think she does all those things, to be honest with you. Beadalon and art beads. She's no longer with art beads. Oh. Yeah, she was doing a lot of stuff. I don't know if she's still doing all that or what. I'll put my moon on the bottom. I like it. I like it. I like it. Let's see. I am going to remove this as well. Just because it's not my jam. I'm not a big bail person. I don't particularly care for that. I would prefer to just use a jump ring of some sorts. Oh, yeah, we know about Sarah. I don't know Sarah personally, but I've worked with her on some bead stuff and some things. Like different shows and things like that. I think that she makes a lot of really nice jewelry and she seems like she's really nice. But I don't really know her personally. I've not met her in person. What am I really looking for? Oh, a jump ring. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Beadalon. I feel like I haven't really... I think Meredith moved up in the company or something. And after that, I hadn't really... I guess I kind of just fell off, you know, with them. I haven't really seen any of their videos or anything. I know I just had larger oval jump rings because I just used one. So I don't know if I'm crazy or what's happening right now. So I'll just use this one. Yeah, she seems like a real one, Sarah. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people meet in Tucson. So I haven't been to Tucson, so I don't know. I was really considering about going to Tucson this year, and you know how they said have all the money, and I was trying to be ready, and then baby. so not this year either. We'll just send Jeff, not my Jeff, Bead Jeff. Yeah, she has a hardwired group. I'm trying to be on my vintage. Added the moss agate. It's going to give it a little something extra. You have a show on Saturday? Fun. Make all the earrings. How's Amber? Okay, so Amber's kind of having some stuff going on with like some drama on some things. So she's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. But she's doing pretty good, I think. She's still working at the store, and she's still doing pictures for Thunderhorse Descendant. We were talking about planning a trip, but then I think we have to wait until until maybe like the baby shower, right? Because that'll probably be better anyways. Because then, is this the one I want to use? Let's see. Because then, I don't know, it'll probably just be better. It's upside down. We figured it'd probably just be better for like everybody, because we'll be in the house, we'll hopefully be, like settled down a little bit. And I know she wants to come for the baby shower stuff, so yeah, because that's another thing. Me and Jeff were like, oh, maybe we should go to Minnesota for our anniversary. Blah-de-blah-de blah. Go see our friends and stuff. And I don't know. We're just playing it by ear over here. But as far as I know, she's good. And our friend Melissa she's doing good. If you don't know, Melissa's who designs all of our graphics up here. She does our logos and stuff. And she was my maid of honor at the wedding. Or one of them. And she's doing good, but you may hear about her on the news pretty soon, especially if you live in Texas, because she is fighting with the hospital down there tried to kill her. And that was not good. Not good. She has it's not really my story to tell, but she put it out on the internet in a YouTube video, so I feel comfortable sharing, but she has a blood clotting disorder. And she went to the gynecologist, and they prescribed her some testosterone, which apparently is really bad for people who have blood clotting disorders. And they prescribed it to her anyways against her. She has like a blood doctor who's been with her for a long time. So like I think the first time that she got really bad blood clots, like she almost died when we were like 20, when we lived in Denver. It was really bad. And that's when they kind of discovered it. And she got it. Obviously, I think it's like a hereditary thing. But she was also taking birth control pills. And it was like really bad. And she got blood clots all in her lungs and in her legs. And like she just about died. And so anyway, she had not had any issues since then. So that's been like almost 15, 20 years ago. She goes to this new doctor in Texas. They tell her, oh no, this is safe. Go ahead, do it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, so she does it, and then things start happening, and she ends up in the hospital, and then they were being real crazy to her. They were being real crazy about it. They were like, the doctor was like arguing with her and like taking her, they like tried to take her computer away from her while she was in the hospital because she was like contacting her blood doctor. I don't know what you call the blood doctor. Whatever he's got a name. And he's like a specialist And she's like, no, he's saying like this and that. And she was like really having to do a lot to advocate for herself. Basically, it kind of felt like they didn't really believe like she was having all these problems or whatever. Well, anyway, so then she like just about died. And she was telling them like, I feel like I have something in my leg. Like I feel like I have a blood clot in my leg. I need you to check. They refused to check. They were like, oh, that's just additional testing. You don't know anything, blah, blah, blah. Sure enough, she had it in her leg, and then it traveled up into her lung. So she still has blood clots in her lungs now. And so anyways, all this was going on. And she had to transfer to a different hospital because they were doing all kinds of things. Anyway, so she got that taken care of. They like literally put her on disability after this. And because she couldn't like breathe, or walk or whatever. And she works from home and all these things. And then they started sending her all these bills for like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Then they sent her into collections, right? So this was all this year. It was like around the wedding time. Like around my wedding time, she had been in between hospital visits at that time. I don't know the name of the hospital. But anyway, so she's been talking with the board. She like reported these people, and she's been talking with these people. And at first they were like, yeah, we, okay, kind of whatever kind of thing. Got my little charm on there. I'm debating putting a little star on here. You think I should? Let me try it. Well, anyway, so then she made a YouTube video about it because there was another person who had went to the same doctor, and they were online talking about how they had had some kind of experience. And me and Melissa have just recently been talking about, like, with all the things going on in the world, we're just talking about it. We're like, we're staying silent is not helping anybody, so we've been being more open about sharing our stories and stuff online and different types of things that we're advocating for, la-di-da-di. So, this one's got it's fine. So, anyway, she shares this, and, I don't know who, the hospital, she named everybody in the, in the doings, the hospital, the whoever, the this and that, whatever, and the news contacted her and was like, hey, we want to talk to you. So she did an interview with the news that I don't think has come out yet. This was just recently. And then all of a sudden, all the doctors that she had reported and the medical board and all the people in Texas, the people who are in charge of all this that she had been writing to and telling all this to, all of a sudden they were like, oh, we're going to take your case. We're going to look into these people. We're going to do it. Who is this lady? This is my friend Melissa. She's the one who makes our logo. My girlfriend from high school. So anyway, yeah, so that's what she's doing. And all of a sudden, all these people were like, oh, yeah, we heard you have something to say. Like, after the news had said they were going to pick it up. So, I don't know. I told her, girl, I hope you win the whole hospital after all that ordeal. You just own it. We'll just call it Melissa Hospital of Houston, Texas. Because there was a lot of doctors involved in this. Like, a lot. And they're all just, kind of swept in under the rug kind of thing. And the doctor who originally prescribed these medications to her, they said, one little Google search would have told you this was a bad idea. So it's not it's not like she didn't know. And then that doctor also, pulled out her IUD and then refused to put it back in. And then, on accident, and, did all these weird things. I don't know. I was just like, this sounds sketchy. So, but I thought it was kind of interesting that all of a sudden they were like, oh, we want to help you now. And I was like, well, at least pay for the doctor bills and stuff, because it's I wouldn't even, she has insurance because she pays for her own insurance, you know, because as a sole proprietor, you have to pay for your own insurance and all that. And I think she pays like $900 a month for her insurance because she needs it. And then, so after the insurance, it's still like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And they tried to, like, they just about killed her. Like, had they not done this, she would not have these problems. And now it's even to the point where she's going to go get tested for, because when she was having them in her lungs, they said that her brain was not getting enough oxygen. So now she has to, like, basically go take like a cognitive test, and they're kind of saying like, oh, maybe this has gone down since you didn't have the oxygen. So, like, yeah, it's not good. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. But I'm glad that they're little star. I'm glad that they're getting that all straightened out. So yeah, my friends have kind of been going through it, you know. Bills from medical are astronomical. Sounds like the doctor is a quack, needs to lose her license. Absolutely. Many who now want to help probably want a cut of the payout. Yeah, probably. Okay, so then that was the other thing. So she's like, okay, well, can I, you know, like take the hospital to court, or can I file, you know, like, because it was malpractice. And every lawyer she talked to, here's the thing. Every lawyer she talked to said, this is absolutely 100% malpractice, but we can't take your case. Because in the state of Texas, they have some kind of statute that this, whoever's the governor, whoever the senator, whoever guy is, he put a cap on how much trouble doctors and stuff, doctors and hospitals can get into, and how much they can be liably sued for in some kind of capacity. I don't know the whole works, but he put a cap on it basically. And they said, I lost the sound. Uh-oh. Let's see. How about now? Can you hear me now? Are we having sound issues? Hello? I have sound. Sound is fine. I hear it fine. I have no problems. Over here, it says that the sound is on and working. No issues. Let's change it up. How about now? I can hear you. I can hear you. I have sound. No sound loss here. No sound loss over here. Sound is fine. Close and reopen the stream. Okay. Hopefully it's back. I had a buffering issue. A little bit of buffering once in a while. Now I can hear you. Okay. So, anyway, they put a cap on, anyway, the whoever's in charge put a cap on hospitals and doctors for how much they can be sued for. So now, basically, what it amounts to is the lawyers won't take the cases because it's not worth their time and effort for the amount of money that would be paid out. To take the cases for as long as the cases are drawn out, because apparently it's a very long, drawn out process. And so they're just like, yeah, it's absolutely malpractice, but we're not going to get any real payout from this, so we're not going to take your case, is basically what the lawyers are saying. But now that the medical board and there's a bunch of different people involved, like 3-4 different governing bodies. And now that this is happening, they're saying, oh, it was a procedural error, whatever happened. Procedural error, which is an issue with the hospital. So now it's kind of bumped up to like, now it doesn't apply to that cap for some reason. And so now they're moving forward, and she's going to get a lawyer with I don't know, whatever, to sue the hospital. I just had my hand slapped. Yeah, gotta look out for that. But anyway, so yeah, that's been kind of stressful. We've been working through some of that stuff on the phone, which is good for her. And I just keep saying, like, it's good though, because she's like, I feel like guilty and bad for wanting to like I don't want people to think like I'm just after money and whatever. And I'm like, I think it's important that these people, whoever the people are, whether it's the hospital or the court or the cops or the insurance company or your mom or whoever it is, like, they should have to answer for the things that they're doing. So I don't think that, because I think, and that's when we were kind of talking about these things that are happening, and it's like when people stay silent, nothing gets done. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, in that moment, you might be like the one causing some ruckus, but like later on, like, kind of sets a precedent for like, if you're going to screw around, you're going to be held accountable for your actions. You know what I mean? So I said there's no reason for her to feel that way. I was like, if somebody tried to kill me, I would definitely be upset and I would sue their ass. 100%. I don't care what anybody thinks. They can think it about me while I'm sitting in the president's chair of the hospital. Whatever. I don't care. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. It can help the next person. And if the next person, is not, because like I've been in a lot of situations, especially like with my grandma and my grandpa, my parents, there's been like a lot of medical issues. And it's, I mean, obviously a lot of people know this. Like, if you don't advocate for your own medical stuff, like, shit don't get done. Right? It's just the way it is. It shouldn't be that way, in my opinion. And I spend a lot of time inside, the counseling kind of genre. And that was one of the problems, is because insurance dictates who gets help and who doesn't. And I don't like that. So I'm like, people shouldn't be treated this way. You gotta stand up and say something about it. You know what I mean? So I've just always been an advocate for that type of thing. But especially like with my grandma and grandpa and stuff, when we were like taking them to the doctor, like, they don't, when I was going with my grandpa has an 8th grade education. Okay. Love him to death. He has no idea even, he didn't even know what kind of cancer he had. And he didn't care. He was just like, I will take one of the granddaughters with me and they will let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Because, and then like the people who don't have anybody to go with them, and then they're not advocating for themselves, or they can't hear, or they can't, whatever, like, it just makes for a real bad situation. And then I just feel like people are just kind of sometimes taking advantage of that, because they're like cutting corners, and maybe not to purposely be harmful, but they're like, oh, I could shave off a couple minutes over here, and I could take a couple minutes over here and move through this patient a little quicker and get to the next one, and like that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of stuff that never works out good for anybody. Sarah left a couple of months ago. Oh. Advocating even if you're quite competent. Yeah. Retired from the hospital after 38 years. You need to be your own advocate. Yeah. Yeah, and so I just think it's very important, especially with your medical stuff, and then it can help the next person, because it's like, like, say that this goes somewhere, then this doctor hopefully will be reprimanded, or maybe even lose their license so they can't hurt other people, because it's like, it's different when you're a doctor and you could possibly kill somebody, versus if you're like, a clerk at the grocery store and you like drop some milk or something and it's like, oh, we need a new procedure for the milk handling. It's very different than if you're a doctor and you're like dealing with people's lives. So, I don't know. So we've been working on that, but it also doesn't help because, how people can be in Texas sometimes, where they have their very specific outlook on things. I've been advocating for my husband when he was starting to have bladder and kidney issues. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, moral of that story is make sure you advocate for yourself. And could you imagine? I remember when she called me and we were on the phone, she was crying and I was like, what's wrong with you? And she was like, my doctor just came in here and tried to like throw her laptop. Like it was sitting on the thing. And she was saying, I'm getting my records from the hemoglobin doctor or whatever his name is. I'm getting my records from there so you can see that this is, because they were trying to give her some kind of medicine she didn't want to take, and they were trying to like put in her IV and like all kinds of stuff. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that because it's not, my other doctor says it's not good. And he got all butt hurt, right? Because he's like, oh yeah, well, I'm your doctor now and I'm in charge of your care. And she's like, well, you're doing a shit ass job. And then she's like, let me show you the lab results, because she gets checked like every 3 months or whatever. And she's like, let me show you the lab results or whatever. She was trying to show him something in the previous chart. And he took her computer away from her that was sitting on like the, this table, and like flung it into the chair. And then proceeded to give her medicine she didn't want. And then just about killed her. Could you imagine? Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. And I'm just like, oh, because your ego? Okay, great. Stop killing my friends. Yeah, it was not good. So then they never weighed her. That was the thing. So then they gave her this medication. So then, I don't know, she talked to a nurse. The nurse was like, what the hell? So she's like, okay, I'm going to give you this medication. It was going to reverse the other stuff, right? But they never weighed her to see how much of the stuff to give her, or something happened with that. And they gave her too much of something. And so anyway, everything got all crazy and all the blood clots came. And it just looked like snowballs in her lungs. That's what I said. Get the hospital, girl. The whole thing. Get all of it. I don't care. Yeah. So anyway, that's the goings on with that. So she told me she did an interview with the news outlet. I don't know which one, but they're going to run a story on it probably. So that's been going on with Melissa. And then me and her have just been talking about my baby stuff. And, yeah. And then Amber's doing good. I mean, outside of the little bit of drama. But yeah, she's doing good. So. Do you miss where you were? Yes. I miss Cambridge because Cambridge was just a little bit smaller. But I think once we get into the house and we get like a little more like settled in and stuff, like it'll be fine. Because I really like to garden. And so now we're going to have space to garden. We're going to have space for Lily. We're going to have actual space for Thunderhorse Descendant. So I think it'll be a little more like real life kind of thing. Because since I've been here in June, it's kind of just been like a temporary situation, in the apartment. And it does make it a little harder because I got to walk Lily. That takes time. I have to go to the post office, which I know seems like champagne problems over here. But when I was in Cambridge, I never had to go to the post office because we would just schedule for them to come pick it up. But here, I just don't trust that because I just don't think it's a good idea. Oh, I know, sweet Amber. I'm like, who could possibly be being mean to my Amber? I know. I was like, do I have to come up there? What is happening? And she's like, no, I have it under control with my spirit guides. I was like, all right. My neighbor's chemo doctor wanted her to have drugs that she said no to. I'm your doctor, and if you don't do this, you will die. Jesus. That's doing the most. Can't just be threatening people with death. I mean, Do you post pictures of your new house? I didn't post pictures of the new house, but it's just on the listing still. So I can put it in the group. Yeah, the listing of the house. So with the house situation right now, we had the inspection. We asked them. Jeff sent the email to ask them for that money off. They haven't responded. It's been 2 days. I think the amount of money was like $2,300. Now, mind you, it's a $300,000 house, and it's the middle of January, middle of December. And they haven't responded, which I knew there was probably going to be an issue because these people are kind of a little bit crazy. And I'm just like, But I guess if they say they don't want to pay for it, then I told Jeff, well, we'll just have to do it ourselves or whatever, because whatever. She fired her doctor. Yeah, as you should. 100%. But that was another thing, too. Because there was another thing with that, because she didn't want to be at this hospital in the first place, because she said that hospital had really bad reviews. Well, I could see why. So anyway, but she wanted to go to this other hospital across town. She lives in Houston. But there was like it was out of network in the insurance, and the insurance was denied over there for whatever reason. And so they told her, so she had went in, originally, she had went into like a urgent care situation in her neighborhood. And she was just like, I got this weird feeling in my leg. I've had blood clots before. I have a whatever. I think I need to like have this looked at. So they looked at it. And when they looked at it, they said, you need to go to the hospital. And she said, okay, I'll go over there. And they said, no, you need to take an ambulance from here. It's an emergent situation. We can't allow you to leave. You need to take an ambulance from here to the hospital. And she's like, okay. And then they were talking about which hospital, and then something about the insurance would only take her to this hospital or whatever. Because she was trying to transfer out of there since she'd been in there for and it took like, she'd been in there for, it took like 3 or 4 days for them to transfer her out of there. So it was crazy. The house belongs to the Ham family. Yes, the house belongs to the Ham family. Can we just move on? Like, give me my $2,300 to get out of here. It just seems crazy. Because I'm like, I will trade you this $300,000 for $2,300. Would you like to do that? And they're like, I don't know that I would. I know. I think if you pay for insurance, your insurance should be accepted wherever you go. Like, why is that a problem? Like, if you have it, why can't it just be like, oh, well, I like this doctor over here, I'm going to go over there. Like, it doesn't make no damn sense. Okay, anyway. We're off topic. So, let me just give you a look-see at my mat. While I was just carrying on talking, I did put some stuff together. I have a plan. So I got my little pendant going. He's ready to go. I got this guy. I don't know that I'm going to go the full-on necklace with this. I think I might do like, just the frontsies to here. I'm going to do 2 strands. We'll probably do this tomorrow. 2 beaded strands. Same with the bracelet. Because why make our life more complicated than it needs to be? I mean, why? So I think that'll be cute. And then we'll see what we do up the top. We could add, I don't know how up the top's gonna go, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, I like how we're going so far. Yeah. Smashing. And then I'm gonna put this other little moon on the bracelet. And it'll be a 3-strand bracelet. Same situation. It'll be super cute. Cutie patootie. Because the world would just make sense and men made a bunch of dumb rules. Yeah. Well, that's true. Also, in the state of North Dakota, here's just a tidbit. One more tidbit, and I'm getting off this internet because it's about to make me mad. I heard yesterday that they took away the Biden nursing home thing. So when when they were in office, the Biden administration said that nursing homes had to, and like old folks homes had to have, they number one had to have an RN on staff 24/7, and then they had to have X amount of employees per X amount of residents. Like you're only allowed to take care of X amount of residents. Let's say you're a nurse or a CNA. You can only have whatever it was, I don't know, 15 residents to take care of and no more. So once that was hit your number, they had to get another nurse, right? And then that nurse could have 15 or whatever. And they had regulations about like how many hours of care people were going to have to receive. And as a person who worked in the nursing home, in home health care, and on the surgery floor of a hospital, like, what are you people doing? Taking away these, like, these are put into place, especially as we were just talking about, for elderly people who maybe can't advocate for themselves because maybe they're not all with it, or like, you know, the nursing homes have enough problems as it is. Oh, yeah, there's Rebecca. She knows. She works in home health care. So, like, why would you take that away? Just so you can give people some more rich people some more money? Like, we don't care about the old people? Are you serious? Like, the elders? The most, like, arguably one of the most vulnerable populations? Like, I can't. I can't. I heard that yesterday, and I was just like, no. Yeah. So they did that, and I'm just like, that doesn't even make sense. You would think, well, wherever the money's going, fraud, whatever's happening, I'm just like, you should maybe not be messing around with such vulnerable populations, because what's going to happen? And they claimed, okay, North Dakota is backing this, right? And I'm just like, I just threw them away this morning. I have like multiple papers, like return letters, because I write the senators like once a week. And they send me the same damn letter every week. We're sorry to hear you're upset. We're here for all of our constituents, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just threw like 5 of them away this morning. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Especially in North Dakota, where it's a rural area. And then they're trying to say, the reason they're trying to say that is because they're trying to say, oh, well, little towns don't have that many employees. And then what are they going to do? Because they'll have to shut down and then they'll have nothing. Well, they should be up to regulation then. What? You want these people who are taking care of all the elderly people just be overworked and underpaid and mad and angry and upset, and they're taking care of your, like, mom? That's what you want? No, I don't want that. It's ridiculous. I can't. I'm just like, this doesn't even make sense. All the bloody money. I don't know. I used to work in the nursing home, and they did have rules. It was like you got X amount of people on a hallway. I don't remember how many people it was. And those were the people that you took care of, or you got like one side of the hallway or whatever. And those are the people that you took care of for like dinner and dressing and doing bath time and putting them to bed and whatever. And like to do all that from like whatever dinner was, like 4:30, like from 4:30 to 10, like you were busy with your like 12 people or whatever. It was like already too many people. And now they're going to take that rule away, and it's just going to be like free for all. Like, oh, you might have 30 people. That's insane. And you know those people are not going to be getting the care they need. Just makes me upset. Because a lot of those people that I worked with personally when I was working in the nursing home, they had dementia. They didn't know where they were, so they can't advocate for themselves. Some had Parkinson's, so they were not good to be able to physically like move away from, like, if there was shit going on, they couldn't move themselves. Some people were not there at all. You know, the lights are on, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just sad. I think it's just sad. I just couldn't even imagine. Yeah. So that just made me very sad. And it's happening all over the country. I know not just in North Dakota, but I mean, I think it's federal. I don't know. Like, it's just insane. I can't believe some of the things they're doing. Anyhow, I don't want to get upset about it. But it was quite upsetting when I heard that yesterday. And just kind of on topic of, like, advocating, you know, like, because I just couldn't even imagine, like, if my grandma was in the nursing home, and they're just like, oh, well, you know, because now they're saying, like, you might even not get as much care, like, hours of care. Like, first there was rules, like, you had to get, like, 2-3 hours of care per day. And now they're like, well, you might not get any care today because we might not have enough people to deal with you. So it's like, oh, no bath for grandma. Maybe nobody's helping make her food. No, maybe nobody's taking her to the bathroom every 2 hours like you're supposed to, or whatever. Like, what? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. I am very opinionated. Yeah, I am also very opinionated. Most of the time, I don't get too involved with my opinions, but things have just been, there's just been so much going on. I don't know. I'm just like, so, anywho, sorry. Ruin your morning. But yeah, so this is what we got going on today, working on the Christmas. As a reminder, tomorrow is the public bingo game at 7 p.m. Central Time. Our system is definitely going downhill. I would agree. Yeah, so tomorrow at 7, we're going to have the bingo game. Now, I'm going to say this every time until I'm off this internet. If you have cards, bingo cards, and you're expecting bingo cards, but you haven't got them yet, don't worry, because we're going to have a bingo game in January. So if you were like, oh, well, I didn't get my order in time, you will just play the game in January, okay? Because that's kind of why we decided to have a game in January, because your girl is behind on shipping with Squish and, I don't know, everything. Just all the things that are happening. So we just said we'll just have a game in January as well. Now, if you have cards and you want to play some in December and some in January, that's perfectly fine. I am a retired nurse. Well, then you know. And then they said nursing's not even going to be a professional career. Whatever. Okay, anyway. I can't talk about that anymore. Oh my gosh. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna be live tomorrow. Now tomorrow is also Wednesday, so if you are a member, we are going to have members only. We're going to start working on our companion bundle bargain bead box because I never got my other bargain bead box. So we're going to work on that big necklace. Remember the big statement necklace we designed last week? We're going to start doing that. So that's the plan, C's. I hear you. Yeah. So that's the plan. Other than that, I will be packing and shipping some more today. One day at a time. Yeah, absolutely. One day at a time. I'll be packing and shipping today. I have about total 18 orders left to pack and ship, which is pretty good. There was about 15 that came in yesterday. 15 or 16 that came in yesterday. I did launch the rest of the Christmas stuff, like the extra Christmas. So that is on the website in its own category. That's what we launched yesterday. Bingo is at 7 Central Time. 7 Central Time. Yeah. So yeah. So if you wanted some extra Christmas stuff, the last day to order anything from Thunderhorse Descendant will be on Wednesday. That'll give me the rest of the days to ship everything out. And then we're going to close down on the 15th. And I'm going to go on vacation. Vacation. I'm going to move. Hopefully. Alright guys. Well, I hope you're all having a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day. I love your website. Yay. Thank you. I love to hear that, Carolyn. I hope you guys have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and you have all the lovely coffee and not too much stress about all the things, because I'm going to go have some foodies. I'm going to wake Jefferson up and tell him he was just snoring away on my morning coffee show. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay? Okay, bye guys.